محمد وعلى آل سيدنا ومولانا محمد أفضل صلواتك وأزيد معلوماتك وبارك وسلم عليه. Ayah number 88, Surah As-Saffat. فَنَظَرَ نَظْرَةً فِي النُّجُومِ. Then he cast a glance at the stars. Then he cast a glance at the stars. Who? Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. So as I was mentioning last time, that Imam Bukhari narrated a hadith. Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, "Lam yakzab Ibrahimu illa thalasa kazibatin." Ibrahim got the title of Siddiq, man of truth. What? Man of truth. So referring to that, Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam said that in his whole life, he never said any lie but only 3 times. And that was not lie. That's why Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam is relating that. That in his whole life, Ibrahim never told any lie, but only 3 times, but that is also not lie. Got it? Got it or not? Yes. So apparently, it was looking like a lie to the addressees. To whom? To the addressee. But that was not a lie to Ibrahim. Alayhi salatu wasalam. Got it? That is a tactics. That is what? A tactics. As I told you, that Sayyidina Siddiq Akbar, when he was asked at the night of migration to Medina, that who is walking with you on distance? That was the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But that was a secret journey. Yes? That was what? Secret journey. That was a secret journey. So now he asked him, who is walking at a distance? So in the same way, he said, Rajulun yahdini sabil. He is my guide. He is my guide. Now, Siddiq Akbar meant that he is my guide and Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the only guide. Got it? But the people of Makkah never thought of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that he is a guide. They were thinking of him that he is misguided. Yes, got it. He himself is misguided and he is misguiding others. So that's why the addressee, his name is Ibn Daghina. So Ibn Daghina, he never thought of Muhammad that he is referring to him. So this is called tactics. Got it? So Ibrahim did it 3 times. Number 1. Surah Al. Got it? That he said to his people, Watallahi by Allah lakidan asnamakum, I shall plant a plan to destroy your idols. Ba'da an tuwallu mudbirin, after you have gone away, fajalahum juzazan. So when they left for their camping, yes, got it? Or for their picnic, or for their celebration, or for their 6th leg, or Disneyland, whatever you can call it. Yes. So the whole city was empty. Only Ibrahim was, because it was not only celebration of a day, Muslim day. Yes. So now somebody will start non-Muslim day. Why we are not thinking of things like that? This is nothing but only, yes, what? Deceiving yourselves. This is self-deception. And as I told you, that psychology is a study to analyze self-deception. Got it? Professor? Psychology is a study to analyze what? Self-deception. Because everybody is deceiving himself. Yeah. And I think that if you will take anybody to a psychiatrist, and he will study a book of psychology, sometime I will study. So then I close it and put it. Because I think of myself that maybe I'm psychiatrist. Yes, everybody will think like this. What is ego? Self-deception. Nothing else. Yes. Ego is nothing but what? Self-deception. Because you think of and you are nobody. Yes, you are nothing. So ego is also a self-deception. If the human will come out of self-deception, everything will be okay. They will feel relaxed, yes, and others will feel relaxed of it as well. We are causing trouble to ourselves and causing trouble to yes. John. وَضَلَّ إِلَىٰ كِيدًا أَصْنَامَكُمْ بَعْدَ أَنْ Yes. People are carrying a drinking bottle with them, who are holding a big creature.
I get thirsty, Sheikh.
وَضَلَّ إِلَىٰ كِيدًا أَصْنَامَكُمْ Yes, and the color is also very romantic.
It's matching his shirt.
وَضَلَّ إِلَىٰ كِيدًا أَصْنَامَكُمْ And I swear by Allah that I will plant for your idols. بَعْدَ أَنْ to your idols, بَعْدَ أَنْ تُوَلُّوا مُدْبِرِينَ when you will done your bit going for your celebration. So they left and Ibrahim came to their worship place, to their Kaaba. Yes. Ibrahim came to their Kaaba. فَجَعَلَهُمْ جُذَاذًا So he broke them to pieces. إِلَّا كَبِيرًا لَهُمْ except the biggest of them. The biggest one? Yeah, the president guard or the presidential guard. You can call him what?
Presidential guard.
Huh?
The presidential.
The presidential guard. Or you can call him the chairman of Senate. Yes. So he left him alive. فَجَعَلَهُمْ جُذَاذًا إِلَّا كَبِيرًا لَهُمْ But the biggest of them. لَعَلَّهُمْ إِلَيْهِ يَرْجِعُونَ They might turn to it. قَالُوا مَنْ فَعَلَ هَذَا بِآلِهَتِنَا So they said, Man fa'ala haza bi'aliyatina Who has done this to our gods? Innahu lamina zalimin Indeed, he must be one of the wrongdoers. He has done a very wrong act. Also, he is a terrorist. In our terminology, who has done this terrorist act to our gods? قالوا they said سمعنا فتى يذكرهم They said that we heard a young man يذكرهم talking against them, not talking about them. He was talking. فتى يذكرهم talking against them. يقال له إبراهيم He is called Ibrahim. His name is Ibrahim. قالوا فاتوا به So the king said, the king and his cabinet. The king and his cabinet. قالوا They said, فاتوا بِعَلَىٰ أَعْيُنِ النَّاسِ They bring him to the eyes of people. Yes, we say bring him to justice. What we say? Bring him to justice. فَاتُوا بِعَلَىٰ أَعْيُنِ النَّاسِ They bring him to the eyes of people. لَعَلَّهُمْ يَشْهَدُونَ So, Mufassirin in general, they are giving a translation to this word, which is okay. Word-wise, that is okay. Yes. لَعَلَّهُمْ يَشْهَدُونَ So they may testify. They may testify. So it means a proper procedure will take place. That's what they are referring to. That a proper procedure of case hearing will take place. Got it? But another meaning is much more better meaning, and that is فَاتُوا بِعَلَىٰ أَعْيُنِ النَّاسِ They bring him to the observation of people. لَعَلَّهُمْ يَشْهَدُونَ So they may observe that how we touch. Yes, to make an example. To make an example. So they brought him. قالوا They said أنت فعلت هذا You have done it, Ya our gods? قال, he said, بل فعله كبيرهم هذا. So now look, here are, I mentioned before, yes, that here is a hidden word which is la, that was meant by Ibrahim. That have you done it? قال, so he said, la, I have not done it. بل فعله كبيرهم هذا, but this biggest one he has done it. Yes. So that was actually to make them speechless. That if I have not done it, so who else can do it? This biggest one. Yes. So actually, he was posing a question to them. Yes. And to them, yes, they learned it and they understood it like as he said that he has done it. Got it? Yes. So to them, it was a lie. But to Ibrahim, it was not a lie. Got it?
Yes.
That is number one. And go ahead. قال بل فعله كبيرهم هذا فاسألون, so ask them إن كانوا ينطقون, if they can speak. فرجعوا إلى أنفسهم, so they look at each other. Yes, because in such like thing, the same group, if they are speechless, so they are looking to each other that who can speak out. That's what it means, that they were looking at each other. Yes. Got it? And the second meaning, فَرَجَعُوا إِلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ, they turn their head down, like as they are looking to their own heart, that are you able to speak or to speak? Got it? That's the second meaning. فَرَجَعُوا إِلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ فَقَالُوا, and they said not verbally. Situation was like this, as they were saying. فَقَالُوا, they said to their own selves, إِنَّكُمْ أَنْتُمُ الظَّالِمُونَ, that actually you are the wrongdoers, that you are worshipping such like gods. They did not express it, but that's what their situation was. Got it? ثُمَّ نُكِسُوا عَلَىٰ رُؤُوسِهِمْ, and then they نُكِسُوا عَلَىٰ رُؤُوسِهِمْ, they raised up their hands. Yes, they raised up their hands to Ibrahim, and they said, لَقَدْ عَلِمْتَ مَا هَؤُلَاءِ يَنْطِقُونَ, indeed you know that these gods cannot speak. قَالَ, so Ibrahim said, he was pushing them to this point. He was pushing them to this point. قَالَ فَتَعْبُدُونَ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ, then you do worship besides Allah, مَا لَا يَنْفَعُكُمْ, because would you benefit to someone or to harm him? Speech is the best. What? Yes. Sometimes some guy, he cannot sleep, but he can speak.
Yeah.
Yes. So he expresses such a word which can harm. Yes. And there are some people, neither they can use their hand nor they can use their tongue. Yes. So Ibrahim said, if they cannot use their tongue, what type of benefit they can give you and what type of harm you are looking protection from. أُفِّلْ لَكُمْ وَلِمَا تَعْبُدُونَ, fie upon you or woe to you. وَلِمَا تَعْبُدُونَ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ, to the gods you are worshipping besides Allah. أَفَلَا تَعْقِلُونَ, still you do not use your sense. So when you do not have an answer to a specific, so you have to change the subject. Yes, so they changed the subject. What they said? قالوا, they said to it, they didn't answer Ibrahim, but they said, حَرِّقُوا, burn him in fire. وَانْصُرُوا آلِهَتَكُمْ, and help your gods. So our Shaykh Rahmatullahi alayhi, here, he said that at that time when they said that help your God, yes, so he used the word that these donkeys did not think at that time that God is getting help. Yes. قالوا حرقوه وانصروا آلهتكم إن كنتم فاعلين قلنا يا نار كوني, so we said, oh fire, كوني بردا, be you coolness, وسلاما, and peaceful, على إبراهيم, on Ibrahim, وأرادوا به كيدا, and they wanted to harm him and plotted against him. فَجَعَلْنَاهُمُ الْأَخْسَرِينَ, but we made them the worst loser. وَنَجَّيْنَاهُ وَلُوطًا. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that Ibrahim said, enough is enough. Enough is, I don't want to stay here. So he left that area and he went to right bank. Where?
Right.
Not to American bank, to right bank. So because he was not going for money, yes, he was migrating for the sake of Allah. Right bank of Jordan River. Right bank of
Jordan River.
Jordan River. And therefrom Allah ordered him to go to Egypt. Yes. Got it. So from Gaza. From where?
Gaza.
From Gaza, he went through Sinai Desert to Egypt. And there the king was a Khabis. Yes. He was holding the wives of strangers and travelers and doing bad work. Yes. So Ibrahim's wife, Sarah, she was his first cousin. And she was very handsome and pretty lady. Yes. And the king, his intention became bad. But Ibrahim told her that they will take you for investigation. So they will ask you, who is this guy? So tell him that this is my brother. Yes. So now, apparently it was a lie because she was the wife of Ibrahim. Ibrahim was the husband. But he told her, tell him that he is my brother. Got it? So number one, first cousin is almost brother. Yes or not? First cousin is almost brother. That is number one. And number two, in that area, based on faith, there were only two people, one Ibrahim and the other Sarah. Other people were kafir. So based on faith, there were only one brotherhood, and that was between Ibrahim and Sarah. Got it? So that was the second, which was apparently looked like a lie to the people, but to Ibrahim it was not. And the third one, where we are, go back to your Surah. فَنَظَرَ نَظْرَةً فِي النُّجُومِ. Then he cast a glance at the stars. فَقَالَ, he said, إِنِّي سَقِيمٌ, I am sick. I am sick. Got it? So Ibrahim was not sick. And why he looked at the star? Because their belief was strong in stars. They were looking for future, looking at the stars. Yes? They were believing in astrology, or they were strong believers of astrology. And that's why they were worshipping the heavenly bodies, the sun, the moon, and the stars. Got it? That they are making the fortune. That was their belief. That they are the one who makes the fortune and the destiny. Got it? So Ibrahim only, yes, to misguide them, yeah, he looked like this. And he said, I am sick. So they believed. Later on, they found out that he was not sick. So was it a lie? It was not a lie. Because Ibrahim used it as a proverb that I am sick and tired of what you people believe. Yes. Okay. I am sick, me? I am sick and tired of what your belief is. Got it? فَنَظَرَ نَظْرَةً فِي النُّجُومِ فَقَالَ إِنِّي سَقِيمٌ فَتَوَلَّوْا عَنْهُ مُدْبِرِينَ. So they turned away from him, departed. فَرَاغَ إِلَىٰ عَالِمٍ, and then he came to their gods. Yes, this Raga Yarubu. Raga Yarubu. That is the meaning of came or went. Came or went. But here that is the meaning of went. When somebody came, so we say Lane Rahe. Lane. So our Sheikh has a joke said that this is Pashto which Allah spoke here. Raga ila aliyatim. So Rale. So Rale kya Pashto da. So Sheikh made a joke that Allah spoke to Pashto. Yes. Otherwise, in Arabic language, this word is used for coming and going both. فَرَاغَ إِلَىٰ عَلِيهِمْ. So then he turned to their gods, or he came to their God. And at that time, they used to bring some sweets and gulab jamans and jalebi and mithai and cookies and halwa and paslawa and all types of things, putting in front of their gods. Yes. When they were coming back at night from their celebration, they used to eat it. That got accepted by the God now Vishnu. have it like Zamzam we are drinking. Yes, that was their dates. Yes, we bring dates, they were eating their own cooked halwa and sweets. That's accepted by gods. Got it? Got or not? Yes. And nobody knows because the worship place, the main gate, it was kept open day and night. So nobody knows how many dogs were coming here. And as you know that dog, taka. And they were eating it. فراغ إلى عالم Zarban Faraga ila alayhim, so he came to their guards. Faqala ala ta'kulun, these big tals are there. They said, you don't eat. You people don't eat. Got it? We are making a type of halwa. For that, as you know that for halwa, the oil and the sugar is must. But then you can, the third thing, you can make of everything. Yes, you can crush the apple and you can make the halwa. You can crush even the potato and you can make the halwa. Yes, whatever stuff you can put the flour and you can make halwa. Is it so or not? Yes, or you can crush the pumpkin and you can make halwa. Yes, now pumpkin month. Yes, just coming. This Halloween. Yes, so once I was buying a pumpkin there because we are sometimes there if we find pumpkin, so then we make halwa at home. A pumpkin that's very famous in our area. Yes, we call it kaddu halwa because pumpkin is called kaddu. So kaddu halwa, and that's very famous in our area. We are cooking back home. So anyhow, I was buying a pumpkin. So someone asked me there, that was in Raps or some areas. So he asked me, oh, you are from Afghanistan, Pakistan? I said, I'm from Pakistan. He said, so, oh, so you are also celebrating Halloween? Means you are Muslim, so you are celebrating Halloween? So I said, we are celebrating Halloween. Yeah, they're a little bit different. Yeah, just exchange of few letters here and there. You celebrate Halloween and you celebrate Halloween. فراغ إلى آلهتهم فقال ألا تأكلون ما. So they were unable to speak. So Ibrahim posed another question. ما لكم لا تنطقون. Why you are not speaking? Flu? God? What? What infection of what? That you are not eating halwa, now you are speaking out. In throat infection, there are two things. You are not eating anything, then number two, you are not speaking. So Ibrahim said, you got flu? Ma lakum la tantiqun faragha alayhim, so he started on them. Zarban bil yamini, striking them with full power. Yes. Got it? فَأَقْبَلُوا إِلَيْهِ يَزِفُونَ, and then the worshippers, they came towards him in hurry. Got it? So now, this is the whole story that Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, 3 times he told a lie, which is not a lie. فَأَقْبَلُوا إِلَيْهِ يَزِفُونَ, and then the worshipper, they came towards him hastening. قَالَ أَتَعْبُدُونَ, so Ibrahim said, أَتَعْبُدُونَ مَا تَنْحِتُونَ, do you worship which you yourselves carve of stone? C-A-R-V-E, carve of stone. You yourself carved it. Got it? Yes. وَاللَّهُ خَلَقَكُمْ, and Allah has created you, وَمَا تَعْمَلُونَ, and whatever you make or you do. قَالُوا ابْنُوا لَهُ بُنْيَانًا, so they said, ابْنُوا لَهُ بُنْيَانًا, build for him a structure. Bunyan means a structure like a big oven, like this area more than that. But it is said it was 80 yards by 80 yards. this yard, 80 yards by 80 yards. Fill it up with charcoal and with firewood and with everything, and then lit a very big fire. We are going to throw Ibrahim here in. So they said, that make for him a big for him a structure. فَالْقُوا فِي الْجَحِيمِ and throw him into the blazing fire. فَأَرَادُوا بِهِ كَيْدًا so they plotted a plot against him. فَجَعَلْنَاهُمُ الْأَسْفَلِينَ but we made them the losers. The lowest mean the losers. The lowest mean the losers. وَقَالَ Ibrahim said, إِنِّي ذَاهِبٌ إِلَىٰ رَبِّي that I am going towards my Lord. Sayadini will guide me to a proper place. I am leaving this. So the moment he said it, that I am not going to live anymore in this area. Enough is enough. And Allah will guide me. Because وَقَالَ إِنِّي ذَاهِبٌ إِلَىٰ رَبِّي سَيَهْدِينِ so with him there was his nephew Lut alayhi salatu wassalam. He was the son of his big brother. His big brother name was Haran. Yes, so Lut was the son of Haran. Got it? He's called Lut ibn Haran. So when they were traveling from Iraq, because the area of Ibrahim was in Iraq, the county is called Babul. The county is called Babul. And the village where Ibrahim was living, that's called Ur. Ur. Still that is there. Now that is a town. At that time it was a small village. Its name is Ur. Yes. So once again, let's make a joke that this Ur is just like Ur because they left there a big Ur holding fire and burst off. Got it? وَقَالَ إِنِّي ذَاهِبٌ إِلَىٰ رَبِّي سَيَهْدِينِ so still, when I recall my mind, so from that area, when I was coming back, I went from Jordan to Iraq. Where from? Jordan. From Jordan. Because at that time, the flights to Iraq, that was banned. So I traveled on the road. I went from Jordan to Iraq. And from Amman to Iraq, that is 1,200 plus miles. I mean, 1,200 plus miles. But their taxis, they are driving this big Ford cars. The big Ford, the police one, are bigger than that. Yes. Got it? So, and their road, especially on Iraq side, Jordan side was not that good, it was. But on Iraq side, it was just like runways. It was just like runway. And they were running 120. Yes, that's the speed limit. Yes, 120 was speed limit. Yes, but you can go up to 140. It was flying. Got it? Because after Fajr prayer we started and before Maghrib we were there. Yes. So when you will go from Jordan side, so the last city in Jordan, that is called Roveshid. That's the last city. That's called Roveshid. So then I went to the main, the Jordan offices, yes, to stamp and exit. So they stamped and exit, yes, and then I went to the Iraq side offices to stamp and entrance. Got it? Stamped. The first city on Iraq side is Qadisiyah, the famous city where the big battle between Muslims and Persians took place. Yes. Between Muslims and non-Muslims took place. And therefrom, the Muslim army proceeded towards Persia. Got it? So that is called Qadisiyah. Battle of Qadisiyah is a time of Sayyidina Umar radiyallahu ta'ala. Got it
Yeah.
or not it?
Yeah.
So Harun is not here. He is. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So they went towards the Jordan River. So Ibrahim left Lut alayhi salatu wasalam on left bank. And he crossed over the river and he went to the right bank. Got it? So Lut started working there and Ibrahim went to the other side. He started working there. Got it?
Yes.
وَقَالَ إِنِّي ذَاهِبٌ إِلَىٰ رَبِّي سَيَهْدِينِ. And he said, I am going to my Lord, he will guide me. Rabbi habli min as-salihin, oh my Lord, guide me. Or, oh my Lord, grant me from the righteous people. From the righteous people. Yeah, means the children. Rabbi habli min as-salihin, oh my Lord, grant me from the righteous a son. So now here is a big story which is called a march, and that story is that Ibrahim went to Egypt. Where? To Egypt. And as I told you the story, and there, when the king concerned, he was grabbed by the earth 3 times. Got it? He was in the grip of the earth 3 times. So he came to know that, oh, these are people of other type. Yes. So he apologized to Sarah radiyallahu ta'ala anha, and he gifted her his niece, because he did not have any child, so he adopted his niece as his daughter. Got it? And her name was Hajara. Yes. In New Testament, that is Hagar, Hagar. Yes, Hagar. But in Arabic, that is Hajar, Hajar. Got it? So he gifted that niece to give services to Sarah. And that was the utmost valuable gift at that time. That was the culture of that time, to gift someone, yes, your niece, or your sister, or whatever. That was to be in close relation with the person concerned. Got it?
Yes.
Yeah. And they were gifting it to the male and to the female both. Because he gifted not to Ibrahim, he gifted to who? So that was basically for services. Got it? And same was the case when Makukas, the king got missed, that was their culture. He gifted, yes, Maria Qibtiyya to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yes, for services, but Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam married her. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam married her. And Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam got his son Ibrahim from Maria Qibtiyya. Got it or not it? فَبَشَّرْنَاهُ بِغُلَامٍ حَلِيمٍ. Now when Sarah got that lady, she was a young lady and very pretty lady and from king family. From who?
King.
From king family. And these kings were Hyksos or Amalekites. Hyksos or Amalekites. In their own language, they were called Hyksos. They were called what? Because the family was hailing from the herdsmen and the herdspeople. So herdspeople, those who are raising the goats and the lamb, they were called Hyksos. We call them Chopan. We call them what? Chopan. And they call them Hyksos. Got it? So now, Sarah radiallahu ta'ala anha, she said to Ibrahim, I have a suggestion for you. He said, what is that? He said, you are old and I am old as well. And we are not getting or be getting children. So if you will marry this young lady, so maybe Allah will bless you with some kids. Ibrahim said, if you want to. She said, yes, I want it. So Ibrahim married her. Got it? And Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, he got a child from. Yes, when Hajar, she became pregnant. So Ibrahim told her that, come on, let me tell you human nature. Let me tell you what? Human nature. That you both are buns. What? Buns. Last night you were talking about buns. You were not here. You were talking about buns. Buns mean the two wives of the same husband. Got it? In our area, if you will ask someone that, how do you do? Yes. So he says, better than one who has two wives. Because day and night they're fighting. For what? For their husband. Day and night they're fighting for what? For their husband. Yes. And if you will look with love to one of them, so the other one the whole day. And you will tell her that the food is ready. I don't want to eat. Yes. So this doesn't be going on day and night. That human. So Ibrahim told her that, look, even though she was that kind that she said marry her, and I married you. But now you have the baby. So for sure, as a human, she will become jealous. Yes, to have such a dress which will cover you. Yeah. As you know that here also in the stores, there's such like dress for women is available. Yes. So anyhow, but Sarah found out and the fight started. Yes. She delivered the baby, so the fight was aggravated. Yes. So Ibrahim said that, Sarah, look, it was you who told me to do that. I was not going to marry you. What do you want me to do now? So she said, take them to the Holy Valley. Leave me here in the Holy Land and take her to the Holy Valley. That was Holy Land. But Holy Valley is the valley of Makkah. That was known. So take her to the Holy Valley. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also approved that take her along with the newborn baby where? To the Holy Valley. And at that time, Baitullah was broken. There was no sign of Baitullah there. Even though the people were coming and they were making their tawaf. Because tawaf is not of stones or things like that. That tawaf is that part of the earth. Tawaf, if Baitullah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forbid, if the Baitullah disappeared there from you, it got broken. So what we will do when we will go there? Yeah, we will be roaming around that place. Got it? Yes. So Baitullah is Saha. Saha means the yard. Saha means the yard, the specific yard. So anyhow, so Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam brought them both there. And there was a tree where the well of Zamzam is now. There was a small, not tree, a little bit higher than bush and lower than, not the big bush, small bush. Yes, so a little bit, because the senior bush is tall. Yes, and the junior bush is junior. Yes. So anyhow, that tree was a little bit bigger than bush. I'm not referring to President Bush. I am referring to the plant. Yes, and lower than the tree. So Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, he made them sitting under the tree. And he put that small skin barrier of dates. This is your food. And another one of water. And this is your water. Got it? Yes. And Ibrahim turned around. Ibrahim turned around. So Hajar followed him. And she said, Ibrahim Ilaman, to whom you are going to hand us over? Ibrahim did not look back. Once again, she said, he did not look back. But for the third time, she changed the tone and the words as well. That Ibrahim, birayakam bi amrillah. This is your own decision. This is the order of Allah. So now Ibrahim turned around that this is the order of Allah. So when he said the order of Allah, so Hajar did not say a single word to Ibrahim. She turned around and she said, فَإِذَنْ لَا يُزَيِّعُنَا. When that's the order of Allah, He will not destroy us. He will not destroy us. This was a matter of belief. This was the belief of Ibrahim, and this was the strong belief of Hajar. So Ibrahim left them, and the story is very long. That later on, when Ismail was 13, how much? 13. So Ibrahim came to visit him. فَبَشَّرْنَاهُ بِغُلَامٍ حَلِيمٍ. So we gave him the glad tidings of a forbearing boy. Now here is the case that in New Testament it is mentioned that the slaughtered one, that was Ishaq. Yes? Yes? Yes. In Judaism, in Old Testament, the same thing is mentioned. In Torah, the same thing is mentioned. Because these are perverted. These are what? Perverted. To make themselves the blessed one, that we are from the children of Ishaq, alayhi salatu wasalam. So they say this was Ishaq. Ishaq was the son of Sarah. Got it? Yes. If Sarah would have a son before that, she would never have advised Ibrahim to marry Hajar. Number one. If she would have a son before Ismail, she would never have she would never have any jealousy with Hajar that she got a son. Got it? فَبَشَّرْنَاهُ بِغُلَامٍ حَلِيمٍ. So we gave him the glad tidings of a forbearing boy. فَلَمَّا بَلَغَ مَعَهُ السَّعْيَ. And when he was old enough to walk with him, this is little meaning. This is what? Little meaning. بَلَغَ مَعَهُ السَّعْيَ. And sa'ya means running. Sa'ya means running. So it means he was teenager. And teenager, what he can do? Running. فَلَمَّا بَلَغَ مَعَهُ السَّعْيَ. So when he was old enough to walk with him, he was a teenager. And another meaning. فَلَمَّا بَلَغَ مَعَهُ السَّعْيَ. So he was old enough to work with him, because teenager, yes, in villages, they are working with their parents. They do or not?
Yes.
Yes. فَلَمَّا بَلَغَ مَعَهُ السَّعْيَ قَالَ يَا بُنَيَّ. He said, oh my son, إِنِّي أَرَى فِي الْمَنَامِ. I see in my dream. I see in my dream. قَالَ يَا بُنَيَّ إِنِّي أَرَى فِي الْمَنَامِ. I see in my dream أَنِّي أَذْبَحُكَ, that I am slaughtering you. Yes, this was not a case of verbal order. That I saw in my dream that Allah is ordering me to slaughter you. That is not. I see in my dream that I am slaughtering you. Got it? The same scene I see. Yes, which means that I have to slaughter you. Which means that I have to slaughter you. Got it? Because as I told you, that in human body, the relation of heart and brain is very close to each other. Today I was sitting with my daughter, so they were studying here, so they were telling me that before delivery of the baby, no any organ of him, even though that is there, kidney is there, liver is there, and just go ahead. But none of these organs are working as long as he or she is there in the womb. But only two, the brain and heart. These two are working. Got it? But the moment the lady delivered, so I told him, because as you know, my approach is philosophical, that all at once they start functioning. Yes. The baby is delivered, so all at once here. The moment he cried for the first time, oh, yes. So this cry is just like when you turn on the button of the computer. Yes. So the computer is also a sound. Got it? So now, when it says so only one part of computer is on, or the whole computer is on? The whole computer are at once. So I say, yes, there Allah puts the button and the whole computer is God does not it? Yes. Jose did. Yes. So Every organ is started. Got it? Yes. So anyhow, I was referring to that the heart and the brain, their connection to each other is very sensitive connection. It is very sensitive connection, number one. And life is based upon the connection of heart and brain. Got it? Because jugular vein is the heart-brain connection between heart and brain. In brain, there are, yes, millions of files. Yes, since you are born. So you see, you hear, you smell, got it? Lot of things. Some of them you do not know that what is there in your brain. Millions of files are there, and some of them they are untouched until your death. Some of these files, not some of, most of these files are untouched. Yes, until your death. Got it? But sometime when you are sleeping, so at that time your nafs natiqa, it touches one file out of that. Either the one which you know or the one which you do not know. Got it or not? Right. Sometime in dream, somebody speaks out. Somebody speaks out in a different language, which he does not know. It means that some file is there with God clicked. Some file is there with God. So then people say that, oh, he is a jinn. Got it? But to the philosopher, that's actually an untouched file which he does not know. So that's how he spoke out. Got it? Now, the dream of human in general, it needs an interpretation. It needs interpretation. But most of the dreams of a messenger, that is self-explanatory. That is what? Self-explanatory. And the reason is that when we sleep, so we sleep and our heart as well. Got it? Our brain as well. But the case of messenger, tanamu aynaya wa la yanamu qalbi. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, my eyes are getting sleep, but my heart does not. So that's why the dream of a messenger, that is a source of law. That is what? Source of law. And that is a binding dream. Our dream is not binding. Our dream? No. If our dream is horrible and terrible, so we say that maybe some difficulty is coming to befall you, so just do some sadaqah. Just do what? Some sadaqah. And in a very terrible one, we say just start a lamp and give it to the poor and to the friends and things like that. Got it? If the dream is less terrible, so we say just go $1, $2, $5, $3 to the homeless somewhere. Got it? So that difficulty may not befall you. And if that is a dream other way around, so we say, oh, be happy you are getting married. Later on you will be unhappy, but now you should get happy. Najam, tell us the truth. So sometimes the dream of a messenger also needs some explanation. So he takes it one way, which is meant the other way around. Got it? Yes. So that was the case of Ibrahim. He took it literally. But with Allah, it needed explanation. قال يا بني I said, oh my son, إني أرى في المنام I see in my dream أني أذبحك that I am slaughtering you. فانظر, so look, ماذا ترى, what you see. This is literal meaning. Fanzur, so look, what you see, mean, tell me what is your opinion. Because Ismail, he was aware up to that extent that the messenger dream, that is as it is. But he is asking for my consent. Are you ready? قال يا بني إني أرى في المنام أني أذبحك فانظر صدق ماذا ترى, what you see, what is your opinion? قال, he said, يا أبتي, oh my father, افعل ما تؤمر, do whatever you have been ordered. Because that is your dream, you are a messenger. The dream of a messenger is an order from Allah. يا أبت افعل ما تؤمر ستجدني إن شاء الله من الصابرين. You will find me, if Allah wills, من الصابرين, from the patient people. When you will slaughter me, I will never say food. That is a teenager. That is what? A teenager. Nobody has given him any tarbiyat and any nourishment spiritually. Because he was living there in the desert. He was living with his mom only. Ibrahim was there in holy names. Yes, but a messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he is getting his tarbiyah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah is putting the CDs of tarbiyah in the nature of who? The messenger. Got it? He is fixing the CDs here. Yes, he doesn't need to study somewhere. He doesn't need to listen to someone. He doesn't need to ask someone for advice. Because Allah is fixing the USBs here. Yes, this USB, this USB, this USB. Got it? This computer here. And computer here, we have to explain it like this. Yes, Naveed, you know computer law?
Yeah.
Okay. قال يا أبت افعل ما تؤمر ستجدني إن شاء الله من الصابرين. Soon you will find me, if Allah wills, from the patient and stable people. فَلَمَّا أَسْلَمَا, when they both submitted themselves, Ibrahim, he submitted himself to slaughter his teenage son. And Ismail submitted himself to get slaughtered. Got it? So, on one side, from Ibrahim, there was the affection. Yes, the shafqat which the father has on his son. Yes, but from the other side, the submission of a teenager, that was example. And that's what our Allama said. Naveed, كيف زاني نظرتا या के मकतब के करामत थी. As you know, that you should have a sight of a friend of God. You should have a look of a friend of God. So your days and nights will be okay. Yes, and he will look at you. Yes, everything will turn around. You will be. And here, that sight was not the sight of a friend of God. That was the sight of God Himself.
Smart.
Got it? So Allama says, कि ये फैज़ाने नज़र था या के मकतब के करामत थी. That was actually the after effects of that look of mercy. Yes, or these were the after effects of season of UCLA. Yes, education or maktab. ये फैज़ाने नज़र था या के मकतब के करामत थी. सिखाए किसने इस्माइल को आदाब फर्जंदी, how a son have to be towards his parents. These adab and etiquettes, who taught Ismail? That was the blessing of Allah. It was the फैज़ाने नज़र था या के मकतब की करामत थी. सिखाए किसने इस्माइल को आदाब फर्जंदी. Got it? فَلَمَّا أَسْلَمَا, when they both submitted, وَتَلَّهُ لِلْجَبِينِ, and he laid him prostrate on his forehead. This is one meaning. This literal meaning. And he laid him prostrating on his forehead. But the other meaning is that Jabin is not forehead. Yes, Jabin is actually this portion. What is it called?
Temple.
Huh?
The temple?
Temple, yes. So this area, that فَلَمَّا أَسْلَمَا وَتَلَّهُ لِلْجَبِينِ. So the first translation means that Ibrahim put him on his face on the ground. Yes, and the Mufassirin, they have written stories there. Actually, Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, he was unable to look at him. Yes, and then the same Mufassir, he relates a story because all these stories are in New or Old Testaments. Yes, I don't know what is the base of this story, that Ibrahim tried his eyes because Ismail told him that, Dad, if you will look at me, so maybe you will withdraw and Allah will be unhappy with you. Yes, these are very attractive stories, but it has nothing to do with the realities. Yes, who was pushing Ibrahim to do that? He was doing it wholeheartedly. Got it?
Yeah.
Number two, that means that Ibrahim put him on his face. So there they did not mention any reason for that. That's why he was starting him from his neck side. Otherwise, cutting from throat side is easy. Yes or not? Got it? Yes. And then they say they put him on his right side. Aslama watallahu al-jabin. And we said that this actually a proverb. Watallahu al-jabin bimana asra'u ala al-ard. When he threw him on the ground. When he falamma aslama, when they both submitted themselves watallahu al-jabin, and he threw him or laid him down on the earth. Wanadena, and he started. Wanadena, and we called on him. Or we called out to him, Ya Ibrahim, O Ibrahim, Qad saddaqta ruya, you have fulfilled the dream and vision. You have fulfilled it. Qad saddaqta ruya, and I told you that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has so many attributes, which is 99 in hadith. That is why you have to adopt these qualities. You have to adopt these. It doesn't mean that you have to memorize the name. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, and you will go to Jannah. Yeah. And hadith means what Rahman means, to have the mercy. How much mercy you have to one who is eligible for that mercy. Do you have mercy toward your wife? You do not have it. So if you will mean you will repeating Ar-Rahman 1 million times every day, what it means? Got it? Ya Ar-Rahim 1 million times, what it means? So it means you have to get the reflection. Your what? To get the reflection of the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So from Rahman and Rahim, you have to have mercy. But from Qahar and Jabbar, you have to have anger as well. Got it? Because if you from head to toe, you are mercy. Yeah. So somebody will take your family and take your being and your aqidah, and you say, I have to show mercy. And then peaceful guy. Oh, you are nobody. You are not a guy. What do you mean by peaceful guy? Got it? So it depends on the circumstances, where this quality is needed and where that quality is needed. Yeah. So there is time you have to be kind. And there is time you have to be hard and harsh. Yes, but it depends. Got or not? Yes, that is. That's how Allah has given a flexible nature to the human. Yes. So in time, he's becoming hard. And in time, he's becoming soft. Got it? Because in our Pashto, we say never be that soft that people may swallow you. Yes. And don't be that hard that people may throw you away. Got it? This is human life. This is what? This is human life. Never do any compromise on principles. Yes, but life means compromises. Life means what? Compromises. Where it is needed. Got it or not? Principle said no compromise. But less than that, life means compromises. Sometimes your wife is upset. Compromise. Yes, if you will show your people. And man. So what will be the result? You are a man, you will become a woman. You will lose your woman. So man is man because of woman. So when woman is not there, so man does not remain man. I don't want to explain it. Yes, so this compromise. Ruzwan, right? That's good. now ayya Ibrahim. So Allah has so many attributes. Imam Sayyidi Rahmatullahi alayhi, he has compiled more than 1,000 names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. More than 1,000 names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But here we are mentioning 3. One is called Tadbir, Tadbeer, which means planning. Another one, we call it Khalq, Khalq. And the third one, we call it Ibda, Ibdaa, Ibda. So one quality name of Allah is Badi'. What? Badi'. As Allah says, Badi' as-samawati wal ard. And in 99 names, also there is one name Al-Badi'. What? Al-Badi'. So Badi' is such a creator which creates from nothing. Which creates from nothing. Is the heaven and the earth, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created from what? From nothing. Badi' as-samawati wal ard. Iza qaza amran fa innama yaqulu lahu kun fayakun. That whenever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decides a thing, so he said be, and that is. This is called Badi'. He doesn't need what? The materials. Without materials, he exists and creates something. That's called Badi'. This quality of Allah is Badi'. The second one, that is Khaliq. That he creates things from some things. Like he says, Khalaqal insana min salsalin kal fakhar. That he created human from clay. From what? From clay. So that is Khaliq. And then the third one, that is Tadbir. Little meaning is planning. Little meaning is planning. Allah planned this whole world and every atom therein for a specific purpose. For what? For a specific purpose. Even the Americans without reason. Nothing happened without reason. Everything has a reason behind. Yes. So Allah has created a specific thing for a specific purpose. Got it? Yes. And he planned it in such a way that the same atom is fulfilling its obligation and its duty. What is the duty of the earth? It does fulfill or not? Say yes. What are the duties of the mountains? They do fulfill it or not? Yes. Yes. For example, some of their duties is to have the lavas and to erupt. Yes. So they do it or not? Yes. Say yes. Yes, they do. Got it? So anyhow, what is the duty of the heavenly bodies? They are doing it or not? Yes. Yes. Got it? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as I told you, that everything in this world, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has fixed its course in appointed time as well. And which is called Ajalun Musamma. In Holy Quran, the term is Ajalun Musamma, the appointed time. So now the sun, it will be functioning up to its appointed time. Yes? And when the appointed time is here, that is the utmost death of sun. That is the death of moon. That is the death of heavenly bodies. Got it? So now Tadbir means Allah has created the water. When you will, it will quench your thirst. Got it? Yes. So now, what type of water is the best water? Which quench your thirst. Yes. So it means for drinking purpose, the Pacific and Atlantic water is not the best water. It quench thirst and it makes you thirsty. It increases your thirst. Got it? But that has its own purpose. That saltish water, it has its own purpose, because the pearl is not getting created there in salt water. That's getting created in. So that is called tadbir. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has created the iron. When you will sharpen it, you will make it edge, so it will cut the soft thing. It will cut the soft thing like the meat. Now, the knife in the hand of Ibrahim, alayhi salatu wasalam, that was very sharp. It was very much okay. The iron was very much okay. Got it? But he was trying to cut the throat of Ismail. It was not cutting. It was not cutting the throat of Ismail. Otherwise, if something is not fulfilling its duty the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has planned it, so that is the debit or demerit of that thing. So now if the knife is not cutting, that is not the merit of the knife, that is the demerit. That's what. The demerit, you will not buy it then. Or you will take it back to the store. What type of knife you have going to be? Yes, it is not cutting the meat even. You know what I am saying? The poison, it has its own purpose. When you will give it to a living entity, the ants, for example, or insects. But insecticide, that's poison. Insecticide, if you will take insecticide from some store and you will put it on your plant and nothing happened to the insects, so what you will do? You will come to the store and tell them it does not fulfill its obligation, so that is not the proper poison, the proper insecticide. Which company that is, or that is time bar. Time is expired. Yeah, because it is not fulfilling the duty it is being created for. But sometimes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He does tasarruf in these things. So for a specific time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala suspends its quality. For a specific time, He suspends its quality. So there are two things. One is called irada, another one is called mashiyat. These are two qualities of Allah, two attributes. I have written it in my book of Ilmul Kalam. Irada and mashiyat. So in case of Adam, when Allah started not to eat from that tree, so there we say, Naha wa sha'a. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prohibited that, but His mashiyat was that thing to get happen. His mashiyat was that thing to get happen. Yes, in case of Ibrahim, we say, Amara wa lam yasha. That Allah ordered, but that was not His mashiyat to get happen. Got it? So nothing can go against the mashiyat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's a matter of Ilmul Kalam. As I told you, Ilmul Kalam is very difficult. Yes. So that's why I'm not getting you to deep water. Yes, because they were cool. You will get drowned. You will lose everything. Yes. There are whirlpools, long whirlpools. So anyhow, here the knife was very much okay. For the purpose, Allah created the steel and the iron. Got it? And He ordered Ibrahim in one way or the other to slaughter Ismail. And Ibrahim tried, but the knife didn't work. It doesn't mean that the knife was not working knife. It was working knife. Allah suspended its quality in the case of Ismail. And once again, He released the quality in case of the lamb. Got it? So the same knife cut it what? The lamb very easily. Got it?
Yeah.
Falamma aslama, when they both submitted themselves, وَتَلَّهُ لِلْجَبِينِ وَأَسْرَعَهُ عَلَى الْأَرْضِ, and He laid him down on the earth. They said that Jabeen is this forehead, so he put him on his face on the ground. We don't agree. He put him on his Jabeen, which is What is it?
Temple.
Temple. Yes. Which temple? Sikh temple. That he put him laying down on his temple. Because this is Jabin. So we don't agree that Mufassir that this is a proverb. And that proverb is the meaning of Asra'u al-Arz. And he laid him down on the earth. فَلَمَّا أَسْلَمَا وَتَلَّهُ لِلْجَبِينِ. And he laid him down on the earth. And he tried to cut him. وَنَادَيْنَاهُ. And we called out to him, Ya Ibrahim, O Ibrahim, قَدْ صَدَّقْتَ الرُّؤْيَا, you have fulfilled the vision. إِنَّا كَذَلِكَ نَجْزِي الْمُحْسِنِينَ, the same way we reward the good doers. إِنَّ هَذَا لَهُوَ الْبَلَاءُ الْمُبِينُ, verily this indeed was a very manifest trial and test for you. It was a big test for you, and that is such a test where you got a plus with your intention and primary work only. Yes. Got it? وَفَدَيْنَاهُ بِذِبْحٍ عَظِيمٍ, and we ransomed him with a very big sacrifice. So big sacrifice, it doesn't mean that the lamb was as huge as this building is. Meaning-wise, quality-wise, this is such a big sacrifice that until the day of judgment, billions of people, they will be following that footsteps of Ibrahim. Got it? Yes. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi. Allahumma arhamna bil-Qur'an wa zakirna bil-Qur'an ma nasina wa alimna wa jalla uswatan wa ta'ana alayhi wa an-nahar. Fadla wa khayrul hafiza wa arhamur rahimin. Suhail Azam.